Hi everyone. So the main task that we're going to be covering in the next little while is writing an opinion essay about a folktale. So I've posted this outline. It's going to look a lot like this online for you to complete to help you to create an opinion essay about a folktale. But it might be a little difficult to understand. So I want to go over an example with you. And the example I'm going to use is Cinderella. The version that I'm using is not exactly the same as the Disney version. You can read it here if you click this link, and you will see it here. So this is the version of the story that I'm reading. Very similar to the Disney version, except there are no animals. And Cinderella's sort of appearance, like how beautiful she looks on the outside, is part of this story, but it's not really as emphasized as in the Disney version. So it's a little bit different. So please read through this before watching the rest of this video. Okay, so let's start filling out this outline. We first have to create an introduction paragraph for our essay. So again, this is just an outline here, and I've created this to make it easier for you. So you are going to be doing this for any folktale that you want, anything that we've read in this class. If you want to do a different folktale, just send me the link to your folktale and you can do that one. But you're doing this not for Cinderella, or at least not for the Disney version, or this version. You are doing this for your own folktale. So if you read Aladdin, or the story of the fisherman, or some other folktale, again, choose a different one if you want. As long as you don't do this version of Cinderella, you're okay. Okay, so we had read a number of popular folktales in class. The folktale I enjoyed reading most is, so again in this example, I'm going to use Cinderella. And I enjoyed reading this story for 3 reasons. So your first reason is going to be something about the plot. So I'm going to say something about the plot of Cinderella. So I'm going to say, firstly, the plot was exciting. So notice it says main idea number 1. So body paragraph number 1 is going to be about this idea. So main idea number 1, firstly, the plot was exciting. Okay? So whatever I write here, I'm also going to write there. And then I'm going to have to write a paragraph in which I show that this is true, that yes, the plot is exciting. I'm going to be talking a bit about the plot. Okay. Secondly, the characters. So I'm going to say the characters are easy to care about. So that's main idea number 2. So main idea number 2. Secondly, the characters are easy to care about. Okay. So that's main idea number 2. And then finally, the story teaches us an important lesson. And the lesson that this version of Cinderella is going to teach is that inner beauty is more valuable than outer beauty. Okay, so I have now created an introductory paragraph that gives me 3 reasons why my folktale is my favorite. So one of the reasons is about plot, one of the reasons is about characters, and another reason is about the lesson. So I better fill that one in there. The story teaches an important lesson. Inner beauty is more valuable than outer beauty. Okay. So again, my introductory paragraph tells me 3 main ideas, and now my body paragraphs are going to explain in detail why each of these main ideas is true. So again, my first body paragraph is going to be about the plot. Why is it exciting? My second one is going to be about the characters. Why are they easy to care about? And then finally, my third paragraph here is going to be about the lesson. And again, this is not a full essay at this point. We are just writing an outline. Okay, so here, again, we said we're going to talk about the plot. Why was the plot exciting? So my first point, so I'm going to kind of portray this as we see Cinderella suffering at the beginning, and then we see that she gets a chance, so it's kind of exciting that she has a chance, but then things are going wrong, and then finally that it works out well for her. So that's going to be my argument about why this plot is exciting. So we can say in the exposition, we see that Cinderella has a difficult life. Okay, So that's my first point, and I have to support it. So some evidence from the story. So she needs to cook, clean, and maintain. Whoops. She needs to cook, clean, and maintain the fire for her family every day. Okay, so pretty tough life, right? She's got to work all day. She's got to do these difficult jobs. So that's what we see her in the exposition. Point number 2. In the rising action, Cinderella gets a chance to improve her life, but not everything goes well. Okay, so my support. So just when it looks like she may have a future with the prince, the clock hits midnight and she is forced to leave the dance. We do not know if Cinderella or the prince will ever meet again, and we worry that Cinderella will have to return to her difficult life. Okay, and then point number 3, we can say that I'm not going to use a transition word yet. I'm going to say the story ends well. Okay, or we could say the story has a happy ending. Maybe let's just say that. Has a happy ending. So in the resolution, the prince and Cinderella are reunited. They get married and live happily ever after. Okay, so there we go. That's my first body paragraph. I've now completed the outline for my first body paragraph. Body paragraph number 2. I have to say that the characters are easy to care about, so I'm going to focus really on Cinderella. I'm going to argue that she has several character traits that make her a person that's easy to care about. So point number 1, I'm going to say that the protagonist, Cinderella, is easy to care for because she is hard working. So we can see this in the way she cooks, cleans, and maintains the fire for her family daily. We also see this in her attempts to create dresses for her stepmother and stepsisters. Okay? Alright, so she's hardworking. Point number 2, Cinderella is kind. So even though her stepmother and stepsisters treat her badly, she wishes them a good time when they go to the ball without her. Right? So we can see that she's kind because even when she's treated badly, she doesn't wish ill on anybody. She wants them to still have a good time. Okay, and point number 3, Cinderella is vulnerable. So this word, I don't know if we've covered this word before, but this word means that other people are able to affect her or hurt her. She's not invincible. She's not super tough. It doesn't necessarily mean she's weak. It just means that she can be hurt. She can be treated badly. And oftentimes in a story, right, these are the kinds of characters we care about. If somebody's like Superman and they're just invincible and nothing affects them, I mean, do we really care about them? We know they're going to be fine. But the fact that she's vulnerable, we worry about her. So she has to do what her stepmother and stepsisters tell her at all times. She is tasked with creating dress for them, and they speak unkindly to her while she is creating, she's tasked with creating dresses, right, for them, and they speak unkindly while she is creating them. Okay. All right, and now finally the lesson. So we said that the lesson is going to be that inner beauty is more valuable than outer beauty. Again, the Disney version, even when we saw the movie we were watching in class, right, Cinderella looks beautiful in all situations. But in this story, it's a little bit different. I mean, yes, she still looks gorgeous when she goes to the ball, but there's a hint that maybe there's a little more to it than that. So point number 1. So we can say here that Cinderella recognizes her inner beauty. And the support of that is she at one point says, if they look at me, they see a mess, but I am not that way, right? So we tend to think of Cinderella as maybe being this passive kind of person who's maybe not very confident, but we can see that maybe she is a little passive, but she's definitely not somebody who thinks poorly of herself, right? She does think that she is worth something, so she recognizes her own inner beauty. Okay, point number 2. The prince does not recognize the outer beauty of the stepsisters and other maidens at the ball. And support of that, he says he has nothing more to say to them besides hello, right? That was the prince's problem. Even though he has all these beautiful women around him, once he says hello, he feels like he has nothing more to say. He has nothing more to talk about. However, when he meets Cinderella, he is able to speak and dance with her all evening. Okay, so he's recognized something in Cinderella that these other beautiful maidens do not have. And then point number 3, when the prince returns to Cinderella, or not returns, when the prince goes to Cinderella's home and sees her covered in ash, he still finds her beautiful. And the support, there's actually a quote in there. The prince, quote, did not see cinders in her hair or ashes in her face, right? He sees something beyond that, beyond her outer appearance. Okay, so we've now finished the outline for the third body paragraph. So in an essay, you normally have 5 paragraphs, at least the ones that we're writing. We have an introduction that mentions your 3 ideas. We have 3 paragraphs, 1 for each of your 3 ideas. And then in your conclusion, you're going to remind the reader what your 3 ideas were. So for now, for our conclusion, our outline, we're just going to restate our ideas. So I'm actually just going to even copy paste them. So I'm just going to go up to number 1. Firstly, the plot was exciting. I'm going to copy that, paste it. Second one, copy that, paste it. And then the third one, copy this, the main idea, paste it. And that's it. That's all we have to do for our outline. So the outline is going to eventually be used to construct an essay. However, what I'm going to ask is that you hand in the outline first, so that way I can see what you're doing and maybe help you out. And then we're going to worry about using this outline to create an essay. I'm also going to post an example of a completed essay. It's still in this template, but instead of just points here, you actually have full paragraphs. So there is going to be an example provided for that as well. Okay, that's everything I have to say today. Thank you.